What's up, world? Welcome back to Charge the Game podcast. I'll be your host here, Chuck, and in this moment, we're going to discuss Stefon Diggs being traded to the Houston Texans, man. This is bonkers. CJ Stroud, man, rookie of the year. Stefon Diggs, so many new additions to this Texans offensive line, and also on the defensive side. So much to cover, but first I need you guys to do me a huge favor. Hit that like button, keep your boy in these algorithms, and also subscribe to the YouTube channel for future content. Thank you so much for the love and support. Back to the video. CJ Stroud, man, he is on cloud nine. He has to be, right? A rookie NFL quarterback, just got past his first rookie season and he took the league by storm. Nobody saw this coming out of college. I certainly know that the Panthers regret not choosing CJ Stroud and going with Bryce. I forget his last name, but the kid Bryce just looks nothing like CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud has a feel for the game, a poise for the pocket, and his escapability, man. The way that this guy can escape calmly, you know what I'm saying? It's just like he's aware, like he has 3 or 4 eyes on his helmet at once. I don't know, but CJ Stroud is one of my favorite QBs. I would say next to Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, it will probably be CJ Stroud, man. And that's just from the eye test, man. The Texans are in good hands. I did not think that they would build this team back up so quickly, man. And shout out to D'Amico Ryans, the head coach. This guy knows exactly what he's doing. His player to coach connection with CJ Stroud. They look like best friends. They look like they finish each other's sentences. And that's what's needed in an organization, especially after all of the stuff we heard with the Texans, from the previous owners, to, certain racism or racist things that were said, certain players being discriminated against, the whole Deshaun Watson situation. And I think that they did pretty good in 2 or 3 year turnaround to make this happen. But let's get into Stefon Diggs, man, being traded from the Bills for a 2025 second round draft pick. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. I think that Stefon Diggs is a great player. I don't think that he's the Stefon of old, though. That's what I will say, and I believe that's why they let him go for the second round draft pick in 2025. It's not even this year. But I feel like, to me, on the outside looking in, I get it. I know that Stefon Diggs did a lot. I know that he put Josh Allen on the map. At least that's what some people say. And from the stats, that's what it looks like. Josh Allen did not look like Josh Allen until he got this type of receiver to open up the field. And I just feel like it was due, man. I think that with all the animosity between him and Josh, I just feel like, it was something in the making, man. And we saw during the season where Stefon Diggs kept going at his quarterback, literally showing him up on the sideline, which I found quite disrespectful. I get it. You want the ball, right? Everybody wants to catch the ball. Everybody wants their piece of the pie. But I just feel like, it's a certain chain of command. The quarterback is more of a presidential position. And I just feel like it was better ways that Stefon Diggs could have handled that. But, man, the wide receiver is a diva position. So it's not uncommon. We saw, towards the end of the season, Stefon Diggs, the disconnects, the low dosage of, the balls being thrown to him. And that's understandable. You know what I'm saying? He was not looking like the Stefon Diggs that we knew. However, he still finished, in my opinion, and this is from the report, although Diggs never finished with fewer than 100 receptions for 1,100 receiving yards in a season during his Bills tenure, he is coming off of what was by far the worst campaign of his run with the team, as he recorded 107 catches for 1,183 yards and 8 touchdowns. Now, to me, in my opinion, that's not too bad, especially with, the way the Bills had to move on from their OC, and bring in, somebody to give more life to the offense. And they seem like they figured it out. And I feel like, looking around the league, Diggs is seeing A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb, Tyreek Hill. He's seeing all these receivers come close to 2,000 yards, and they're being discussed left and right. At the end of the day, as a diva, you just want your name to be mentioned with the greats as well. I also feel like, towards the end of the season, we saw Stefon Diggs tweet, "I'm ready for whatever." And right then and there, I already knew that the talks and negotiations were happening behind the scenes, because Stefon Diggs he just looks like one of those players that wears his emotions on his face. He is a diva to me to the fullest. And I feel like in this Texans offense, he's going to do fantastic. I just hope that, the breakout season for him and CJ Stroud, that it aligns well and that they both have a good season. But let's actually talk about that, man, because Stefon Diggs, man, looking at the additions that, the Texans have added, they've been very aggressive in the offseason. I feel like the city is excited. I think the coach is excited. But to land Stefon Diggs, and we already know the wide receiver that got injured, I believe it was a Tank or Nico Collins, one of them. But you got CJ Stroud as the quarterback. And let's not forget that boy Joe Mixon. Joe Mixon is a bad boy. I get it. The Bengals probably did not want to renegotiate his contract. He's getting up there in age. But, man, every time I saw Joe Mixon on the Bengals, I saw this guy literally, like, fighting for his life, hurdling, jumping, catching, acrobatic moves. His center of gravity is amazing to me, the way he can juke and get in and out of breaks, break tackles, coverages. I think that this alone is going to make the defense have to focus on Joe Mixon. Not to mention, you got CJ Stroud, who is great at scrambling. Also, his pocket awareness is like no other. Then on top of that, you got Nico Collins, Tank Dales, and then on top of that, you got Stefon Diggs. Let's not forget Danielle Hunter, this huge MFer that came from the Vikings on defense. This is going to be crazy, man. I'm telling you guys, the same feeling I have right now for the Texans is the same feeling that I had when the Eagles went on their Super Bowl run. When I just looked at the lineup, even before the season started, I just was like, man, it's just something feels special about this. And if these guys can manage to stay healthy, I'm telling y'all, I think that they're going to end up, breaking through and possibly being in the same situation, man. At least making a deep playoff run. I know it gets tough, but hey, this will be CJ Stroud's second year. He's getting more acclimated to the NFL. I don't see him going down. I see it being more challenging for him now that there's a tape out on him. But this Stefon Diggs situation is going to take them over the top, But there's also a likely situation that Diggs could get there and be a headache as well. You know what I'm saying? These players don't change just because of their circumstances. You are who you are. And the only thing I worry about with, Stefon Diggs, yes, he's overly passionate. And A.J. Brown is a lot like this on the Philadelphia Eagles. Sometimes, man, it can cause more harm than help. And I just hope that, going into this situation, man, the city of Houston is a fun place to play. You're 3 hours away from your brother, Trayvon Diggs, on the Dallas Cowboys. And both of you guys are in the state of Texas. And I just think that it's going to feel better for Stefon Diggs. And I think that at the end of the day, him being close to his family, his brother, you know what I'm saying? And him being in a new situation, no blizzards, no snow. I think that, man, Stefon Diggs is going to do his thing. And I'm rooting for that. So you guys weigh in and tell me what y'all think about this, as Stefon Diggs, man, is on his way to the Texans as we speak, to prepare himself for the 2024-2025 NFL season. Weigh in with your comments, thoughts, and concerns. Houston, Texas, how do you guys feel? Buffalo Bills, do you guys feel like you made the right move, or you guys ready to get off Stefon Diggs? Let me know in the comment section how excited or unexcited you are, like you often do. If you guys found any value of my content, all I ask you guys to do is hit that like button and subscribe to the YouTube channel for future videos. Thank you so much for the love and support. Like always, let me know how you charge the game. Peace.